Howdy, boys and girls. How the hell are you? It's Pink here, dicking around in my dungeon, where I always am. Spinning around, showing the only part of it, because I'm too lazy and too lame to deal with anything else. Today's attractive little device is I resurrected an old Behringer V-amp head, which I used to use back when I was in a band called the Lowdown Motherfuckers, which was a power trio. I really liked the amp. The first time I had heard it, I went to try it at Daddy's Junkie Music many years ago, and I remember I was with my co-guitar player Pete Riley, who's something of a tube snob. Not totally, but something of one. Back then he was a total tube snob. And I'm demoing this thing, and it's like pretty soon I noticed that it was like the few people that were in the music store, it was Daddy's Junkie Music in West Hartford, were all gathered around listening to this amp. Peter pops his head in and goes, "Holy shit, Jimmy, that thing sounds great. What kind of tubes are in it?" Now, believe it or not, I've heard this a billion times. And this thing's a great sounding little amp. I fired it up after 15 years, and it fired right up, no problems, worked great, even remembered my presets. And my FCB 1010, which I had an Uno chip in, which I took out and replaced with the original chip. It did forget my presets in the Uno when I did that. I mean, hey, it was 20 years ago that I changed it. I just had to reprogram it. I set it up so that when you hit a patch, it pulls up your patch. So when you hit the button the second time, it steps the gain up, which gives you a boost for leads, which is kind of cool. And there's always volume control available, and there's always a wah available. Turns off when you turn the thing up all the way. In some cases it doesn't, because I haven't figured out what the hell I did, but in this case it does. So we'll just say that it does that. Basically what you want to do is you want to send MIDI command for controller number 27, and you want to set it for either 0, which is heel down, or 127, which is toe down, to turn it off, which I kind of like failed at in some ways. But anyways, what I'm looking for really is I'm looking to be able to do a wireless guitar. Hello, there's my Shure Wireless, which seems to work. And I wanted to be able to do wireless MIDI guitar too, so my keyboards. So I've got my trusty old Yamaha here wired up with some of them wireless MIDI things that they sell. And I'm using my Casio MG510 MIDI controller that I've had for the last few years, that I use most of the time live. I don't know if that actually, you can see it or not, But one of the reasons that I really loved this amp when I bought it in the first place was because of the freaking patch bay in the back. The patch bay in the back is the best part of this entire thing, because I can literally run my synthesizers in stereo through this amplifier, have MIDI control if I want it, and put it through like a stereo cab, like in this case this 212 TubeWorks thing. And basically, although obviously it's what am I, Princeton? Obviously it is kind of a fudge, because I'm attempting to get more out of this thing than what I should. But you know what? I don't care. This thing actually works out great, and it sounds good. I'm a huge fan of Behringer gear. It's a lot of bang for the buck. The big caveat with this particular amplifier is that the knobs they used have hollow nylon shafts, and it's ridiculously easy to break. And if they break, then you got to be real careful and glue them back together with some crazy glue and some nylon toothpicks inside. I can help you with that if you ever get stuck with it as to what to do. And then, that's going through the TubeWorks 212. But anyways, I'm going to get a minute or two of what this thing sounds like just so you can hear it. I'm going to figure out a place I can put this phone so that you can kind of see what the hell is going on. We'll try putting it over here and see if that'll work. Let's see what it looks like from over there. Yeah, that ought to do the trick, I think. We'll see if it doesn't fall over. First things first, the guitar. Nice little Marshall model. And of course the boost. And of course there's a wah too. So now we'll bring in synths. Change the synthesizer patch, which is weird because you got to do it from the guitar as a controller. So in this case, you got to put the switch up. I'm gonna hit the second fret on my, actually my third fret on my A string, which should give me a saxophone sound. And make it chromatic. It's better off not chromatic. But it glitches so bad if you do a chromatic, non-chromatically, it's not worth doing. So I can pretty much get anything I want to just out of the guitar. No wires, at least not attached to me, which is important. And for what it does, and for what it needs to do, I think it sounds alright. Let me know what you think in the comments, or tell me to go fuck myself. Either way is fine, because I really don't care. Anyways, I'm Pink Jimmy. Woo. Thanks for watching this bullshit. And if you enjoy it, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Said nobody that really matters ever. Do whatever the hell you want. Just be happy and don't hurt nobody. I love you all. Peace. See you next time.